Hey, Dream Drivers, welcome to episode 442 of the Dreams to Drive podcast. Today, we're going to be talking about what you need to do before you hit the gas in 2026, your Dreams in Drive end of year tune up special episode. Before we dive into today's episode, here's a quick word from one of our sponsors.
The McDonald's snack wrap is back. You brought it back. Ranch snack wrap. Spicy snack wrap. You broke the internet for a snack. Snack wrap is back. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Hey, Dream Drivers, welcome to another episode of Dreams in Drive. Today we have an episode called the Dreams in Drive End of Year Tune Up. This is going to be an episode all about what you need to do before you hit the gas in 2026. I think it's important for us to start reflecting on this past year. It's the beginning of December. A lot of us are like, wait, how did we get here? It seems like we just started the year. So I wanted to just take us through this really quick guide, series of questions, series of steps that I think will help us as we all try to just take status of everything that happened in the past year and reflect on how we can move onwards to a great 2026. I know for me, it's gonna be a monumental year. It's been 10 years of Dreams and Drive, and I can't believe 10 years ago you guys first started hearing from me. If you have been a listener of the show for that long, you're like, wait, Raina, we have traveled many highways together. We have traveled many detours together, gone off exits, came back on the highway or racetrack, as my son likes to call the highway. I didn't even have a son 10 years ago. Wasn't even thinking about a son. So it's just crazy how much life can change. So hopefully you guys can buckle up and tune in for this episode. So let's get straight into it. Like, you know that feeling when you thought by December you really have it all figured out, and yet somehow you're like, here we are, juggling the chaos, the wins, small victories, all the things that we thought we wouldn't be working on. And trust me, that has been me this year, and maybe that's been you too. So here's a question for you guys. What if this year wasn't about what we didn't accomplish, right? But the lessons, the unexpected routes that we did take? Today, I want to take us through a Dream Driver year-end tune-up, and I want to help you reflect, recalibrate, and plan for 2026 without any guilt, hustle, or overwhelm. So are y'all ready? If you're ready, say, I'm ready, Raina. I probably can't hear you say it, but I just want you guys to get pumped up because I think it's going to be a really great episode. All right. So, number one, rear view mirror. First things first. If we are going to be doing an end of year tune up, we need to look in our rearview mirror and we need to really reflect on 2025 and all that has gone into it. So let's ask some questions. Here are some prompts. If you guys have a notebook, maybe you want to pause as you're doing this. Let's go through some questions that I think will be really important for us to talk about. Number one, what did you survive this year? I can answer that. I survived a year without my dad. Straight up. No chaser. Like, this has been one of the most craziest, stressful, life-changing years for me. It's been the first year of my life that I haven't had my dad, and my dad has been somebody who's been instrumental to me. I don't think I'm the same person. I'm sometimes wondering, how am I still here? I don't know, but if I was to answer that question, that's what I would say. So I want you to really think about, what did you survive this year? What's something that was really hard that when you look back on it, you're like, wait, I was able to do that. Celebrate what you have survived. Another question you can ask yourself is, what did you build, create, or finally finish? Is there something that you've been working on all year? You're like, wait, I really did it. I'm proud of myself. Another question that you can ask yourself is, what shifted or ended unexpectedly? I know a lot of people might have been dealing with job layoffs. For a lot of Black women, this year has been crazy job market. A lot of people are navigating a lot of the corporate changes on different fronts and different industries. What is something that you're proud of? If there's something that you're just super proud of yourself for doing, big up yourself. As we say in Jamaican culture, big up yourself. Lessons learned from moments you didn't see coming. And I can relate that back to the idea of me losing my dad in the end of last year, 2024, and this year being the first year without my dad. I think the major lesson for me has been, you are stronger than you think. And this leader within you, and I'm talking to myself, is going this leadership qualities, this leadership skill is going to be something that's going to be an asset to those around you who need you. And another big thing that I've learned is like your father lives within you, and all that he's taught you has prepared you to figure out everything else he hasn't taught you. I don't think I've ever said that out loud. All that he's taught you is within you and is preparing you to figure out all that he hasn't taught you. I'm saying that, and I'm being very transparent here, because one of my biggest fears is me feeling like, what if he didn't teach me everything? There's so much that I don't know. Every time I'm in my house, I think about when I first moved in here, how my dad was the person going with me with the landlord and like saying, you need to check this, you need to check this. And there was things that he saw that I didn't see. And I just keep saying, like, there's so many things that he's probably didn't get to teach me yet, and how will I know the lesson? How will I learn the lesson? But I think the biggest thing is having faith within myself that I'll be able to figure out and things will be okay. And this is a podcast about dream driving. I think what dream driving means has evolved over the past 10 years for me. But I originally was going to talk about for a solo episode is this idea of not feeling like we're grown, right? And feeling like, wait, we're the new adults. But when we think about dream driving, the biggest thing is you have to have that confidence in your ability to execute and your ability to figure things out and your ability to be you, but also be able to carry out things that you need to do for yourself, for your family, for your dreams, for whatever it is. So I want to take that with you. Rearview mirror. Think about this past year. Ask yourself these key questions. And the biggest thing that I would love for you guys to do is to write down one thing you want to celebrate before you move forward. This is going to set a positive tone. I think for me, the thing that I'm excited about, and I don't know how it's going to come to fruition yet, is celebrating what 10 years means. Maybe it's a dinner party. Maybe it's a year of upbeat, a year of pushing myself, a year of big and splashy. I don't know yet, but I'm really excited to just at least plant the seed that I want to be doing that. All right, so once we've checked our rearview mirror, we all got to check our dashboard lights, guys. We got to check about what needs attention. And I think this is a very important thing for a lot of us, because even if we're thinking about all that we've done, all that we want to go through our rearview mirror, we need to also be very highly, highly, highly aware of what's going on with us right now. We need to check those dashboard lights. So here's some questions that you can ask yourself that can help you as you're navigating that. Number one, where did you feel misaligned, burnt out, or stuck this year? I know for me, I have been feeling very misaligned when it comes to what are we talking about on the show. What is dream driving? Who is dream driver? Who are the new dream drivers that are listening to the show today? Or maybe how have the dream drivers who were listening in 2016 now evolved? What's the thing that I can, as the host, Raina, how can I curate a space, curate a community that is helping them? That's been the biggest thing for me. Number two, another thing that you can ask yourself are, what are warning signs that you ignored this year?
The McDonald's snack wrap is back. You brought it back. Ranch snack wrap. Spicy snack wrap. You broke the internet for a snack. Snack wrap is back. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I think because I was operating on adrenaline a lot of this year, I didn't realize when I was burnt out, when I was overstimulated. I've never been someone who said, I feel overstimulated, but this year was testing me. I had to learn how to let go. I had to learn how to stop trying to do so much. I had to learn how to be okay with ordering take out from my family, from my kids, or just being okay to rest. I think as an ambitious woman, as somebody who's grew up in a Caribbean household, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes resting is tough to do, but I had to be okay with just being like, I cannot do the most, and that's all right. Another big question that you could ask yourself is, what relationships, what habits or commitments drained your energy? You need to know when the check engine comes on, when that light comes on in your personal car, aka your body. When do you need oil? When do you need to refuel? When are you on E? When are you full? Be very aware of their internal dashboard, because that's going to be a key indicator to what you need in order to get back on the road, in order to be the dream driver that you want to be. Number 4, what areas do you need to recalibrate before moving forward? So there might be some things that you have to reassess in order to go into 2026 successfully. And I think it's important that you're very honest about what that means to you, and what that means to your dream driving journey, what that means to the others around you. You might need to let go of some things that are in your trunk. You might need to make your load lighter. You might need to reassess who's in your passenger seat. And that is okay, people. That is definitely okay. But I think having the conversation about what does that recalibration mean is very important. So the question that you can really ask yourself here is, what does it mean to be honest with yourself? And this is not about shame. It's about awareness. When when you got that check engine light, I know when you see it, you're not like, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed that I have it. No, you're like, okay, I'm happy that I know I need to be aware of what is causing this check engine light so that I can fix it. Dream drivers are people who adjust their route. They don't crash and burn. It's very important that you don't crash and burn. It's not park, reverse, neutral drive for any reason, right? It's not crash, reverse, neutral drive. It's park. Parking and crashing are two different things. It's not burn out, neutral drive. It is reverse, neutral drive. So think about those dream driving metaphors and think about how you can apply that for 2026. So third thing is, you need to really look at your fuel gauge. Identify what energizes you. So if the dashboard light's all about what needs attention, checking your fuel gauge is going to be what energizes you. See what is filling your tank. So here are some questions that can take you through that. What habits, routines, or practices energize you? Take a note of that. What are some things that made you feel alive, made you feel like yourself, made you feel inspired, made you feel motivated? You need to be aware of that. Another thing that you want to ask yourself is, which people or relationships inspired me? When you're around someone, do they make you feel good? Do they push you to do better? Be aware of that. Where did you feel most aligned with your purpose or creativity? Or whatever that dream driving means for you, because not all of us are in the creative worlds. A lot of us might be in other worlds, but like, where did you feel like your best self? Know the place, know how it felt, know how it smelled. You envision it, because knowing what energizes you is the key to really being successful. People have to know where they will thrive, because when you thrive, you can multiply. And not saying you multiply as in there's more than one of you, but you multiply your own output. You multiply the blessings. You multiply the good things that come to you. It's very, very important. One small change can really change your energy. I think for me, I started reading books on the train instead of like endlessly scrolling on my phone as I commute into New York, which can sometimes be a little bit annoying, long commute. I've been reading, and reading helped me go back to my childhood. I love reading. It helped me just feel like I'm escaping to another person's world, and I'm able to just lose myself. And the losing myself is something that I haven't been able to do since being a mom. So it has made me feel more creative. It has made me feel more reflective. It has given me just time for me. In this little 30-minute ride, I'm able to dive into someone else's words and be inspired. And for me, that has been very, very rejuvenating, life-giving, and intentionally specific to what I need to energize myself. Number 4, you might have to do a GPS reset. Plan your 2026. So say it with me. GPS reset. Plan your 2026. A lot of us are scared of the GPS. A lot of us think we know where we're going, but we have no plan to get there. And I will say, even myself, sometimes I struggle with that. I struggle with that a lot. We got to really be intentional about setting our GPS. Even if it's like, I just have one destination, you're putting in the destination, and the GPS or whatever it is, you're figuring it out. But at least resetting the GPS, knowing, all right, 2026 is the year that I want to get here. So for me personally, my 2026 might be new listeners of Dreams and Drive, rebranding Dreams and Drive, reshining Dreams and Drive, whatever that is. Set your GPS. It can be one thing, one word, one phrase, one something. But a lot of us are just out here aimlessly driving, and that's why we're not getting nowhere. We need to reset our internal GPS and figure out where it is that we want to go. Here are some questions that you can ask yourself. What are you no longer available for? What are some things that you're going to say no to? No stops that you want on your GPS. You need to be aware of that. What lane are you choosing next? Is there a specific thing that you're choosing? Maybe it's financial abundance. Maybe it's spiritual awakening. Maybe it's physical wellness goals. Choose a lane. Choose something. A lot of us are not choosing anything, and we're going nowhere. Choose something and be I know this sounds so crazy, and I'm saying this from the bottom of my heart, but I think so many of us are just scared to dream or scared to claim things over our lives, or saying that I have this argument with my best friend. She just sometimes feels like, she's like, Raina, I just really don't feel like it can get any better. And it's hard for me to understand how someone could feel like that. So if you're someone who feels like that, you are going to have to work really hard, and you're going to have to dig really deep and do this exercise, and you're going to have to be courageous. You're going to have to be courageous when it comes to doing that GPS reset. In order to really share and set an intention for 2026, it's going to be important that you start small, build momentum, track your wins. Those wins are going to be the things that are going to silently trick you to keep going. But like I said before, you're going to have to be courageous. Courageous. And that leads me to where our last main thing that we want to do, or our fine-tuning our card for 2026, is personal reflection. You need to think through these things. There are 5 things that I want us all to personally reflect on. And you can pause it when I go through it. I'll try to share some notes for you for each one of these, but I think it's going to be really important as we're fine-tuning our 2026 and getting ready for it. We should be excited about the new year, excited about the possibilities, because that's what it is, possibilities. And possibilities are just little beads of hope that help us move forward, move onward. First things first is declare that one thing that you're leaving behind and you're letting go. I think for me, it's going to be fear. I think it's fear of success. I think it's fear of the unknown. I think it's fear of not knowing how grief is going to affect me. Some days I feel like just empty inside, and I'm just like, this can't be good, but I don't know what that means. So declare that one thing over your life that you're going to let go of. Write it down. Number 2, declare that one thing that you want to take with you. What do you want to carry forward? And I think for me, it's been my gifts. This year has also validated for me a lot of gifts. It's helped me realize who I always was within, starting from my father's funeral when I did that speech. And people came up to me and said that was one of the best funeral speeches they've ever heard. I spoke from my soul, but I also was able to carry a message. And I haven't had a stage like that in a long time. But it's something that stuck with me of, like I said earlier, my father has left me, taught me all that he needed to teach me so that I can go on and teach myself the things that he hasn't yet been able to teach me. Another thing that you need to do, number 3, is declare that one thing that you're going to be stepping into. Is there a new opportunity? Is there something that you want to explore? We all need a little challenge. So I'm challenging you guys. What's that new opportunity that you just want to get into, that you want to make sure that you are diving into head first? Declare it. Number 4, what's that one dream that scares you, but you're going to be driving towards anyway? I think for me, that dream is directly tied to the goal for 2026 of new listeners. I don't know what that's going to mean. I think that's going to mean me stretching myself. I think that's going to be me declaring something over my future. But I'm ready. It might take a long time. It might lead me down another road. Who knows? But I just know that this year has been a year for me. And I know my dad would really want me to keep pushing. And, you know, he used to have this thing where he would say, I don't expect anything less, or it's always been in you. I found this audio recording on my phone. I think it was from 2020 or 2019, whatever. And I had was unemployed. I was on a sabbatical from work after leaving my job, and he was like, Raina, I thought you wanted to be somebody. It was like a Friday night, and I was at home, and he and my uncle were making fun of me. He's like, I thought you wanted to be somebody. He's like, you used to always say that you want to be somebody. And I still do want to be somebody, and I think sometimes it's hard to admit that these things that we want for ourselves, but don't be scared to define what your own be somebody moment is. Who did you want to be, and who told you that you couldn't do it? You better say no to that person. You better knock that thing down, because you can. You honestly can. So yeah, let's close this out real quick. We've been talking for a while. Before this year's end, I want you to ask yourself, what's one decision that you can make that your future self will thank you for? Maybe it's like letting go of fear. Maybe it's saying yes to a vacation, saying yes to a person, saying yes to a job, saying yes to something, or saying no, because saying no is almost as powerful as saying yes, maybe even more powerful. Be okay to invite engagement into your life. DM, comment, email reflections, right? Ask people, how can they assist you with this? For me, guys, I want you to also feel free to DM me, email me, comment. Let's keep this conversation going. How are you preparing for 2026? How can this show help you? I want to know, and I want to be more social. If you hit me up anyway, you'll always hear from me, whether it takes a few hours or a few days. I always try to respond back to people. So let me know where you are. I'm going to leave you guys with this. Remember, you're not behind. You're not lost. You're adjusting your route. 2025 has been a whirlwind for a lot of us. We might have started in one place and we've ended up way off the main highway that we're on, but that's okay. Remember, 2026 is yours to drive. It's your journey to own. It's your dream driving journey to own. And I really want you to feel like you can conquer it. And maybe 2026 you'll have some more fine-tuning to do, some more reflections, but that's okay. That's what it means to be a dream driver. It means we're ever assessing and recalibrating. It's all gonna be okay, right? Hopefully these 5 steps of fine-tuning your 2026 before you hit the gas in 2026, the end of year tune-up has been helpful. I'll quickly recap. Remember, you want to look in your rearview mirror and reflect on 2025. Number 2, then you want to check your dashboard lights. Check what needs attention. That will land you on number 3, the fuel gauge, where you identify what's energizing you, what's getting your gas up, right? And then from that, we're going to get to our GPS and we're going to reset it for 2026. We're going to plan the one thing that we want to head towards. And of course, the steps along our GPS may change, but at least having that plan and that vision is going to be super incredibly important. And then last but not least, you cannot forget about the personal reflections and creating your own mini manifesto. Who are you? What are your gifts? How are you, the dream driver, going to be the hero along your dream driving journey? And really claim that for yourself. Claim your past, your present, and your future, because we all have one life and life is short. And I really just want you guys to know, like I said at the beginning, this year has been an incredible year for me. They say when somebody dies that's really close to you, you have a spiritual awakening. And there's been so many things that have been revealed to me. And I am just hoping that this touches somebody. And if you feel like, this has been a great episode, share it with one person. Share it with 2 people. Remember, we're on Dreams. We're Dreams and Drive across the board in all the social medias. My personal one is Rain Shine LUV, Rain Shine LUV, Rain Shine Love. There's 3 things in life. This is where I got the name from. Sunshine, rain, and dreams. There's going to be sunshine, there's going to be rain, but you'll always have your dreams at the end of the day. Rain, shine, love. Keep dreaming, keep driving, guys. And we will chat again in the next episode. See ya.